Alright, quick update on Avalanche. So first of all, forgive me for how crowded this chart is. This chart is very, very noisy, but I will explain to you everything that's going on right now. So we have been talking about this triangular pattern that we have been stuck in for quite a while on Avalanche. Now, we have been very bullish on this. Obviously, we talked about this massive uptrend. We talked about this retest of the 618, and you know, we keep on increasing our trend lines. I think I made my video like a couple of weeks ago on this, and we were able to, you know, make a new trend line with a higher or like a steeper resistance. And we were talking about once we finally managed to get above this 200-day moving average, we can really start talking about a massive tear to the upside. And that is what we're doing right now. So let's look at where we could potentially be going to next, because obviously we've broken out of this. I think Avalanche is going to get ready to go off to the races now. To start with, we've shattered the 0.5, which is the most important region after the 618 that I see. I wouldn't pay too much attention to these 236s and 382s. These are the levels of least significance in my opinion on the fibs, and I really don't see anywhere else that we would need to worry about getting stuck on until we start seeing this top here, this top here, and this top here. So I would be expecting for us to kind of launch in the next couple of days, the next week, into the vicinity of 113 and 146. That is a very big range, but do bear in mind we do have a lot of like local tops up here. I think once Avalanche is able to get above 146, we can really start talking about massive increases. Now let me tidy this chart up a bit. Let's get rid of some of these fibs and see what's going on. So we've basically broken to the upside of this fib. I will remove this. Let's take, in my opinion right now, the #1 fib to be keeping attention on, and this is the macro fib from here. So I'd say 618. This is your most important level. Let's remove these previous wicks from up here on the local tops, because in my opinion 618 on this fib is the most important level. Once we're able to get above 111, I think it will not be like a straight line up, but I think we would come up to 146 very quickly. So in the short term, I do think Avalanche is going to have a 22% increase coming literally in the next few days. I think, you know, Avalanche looks amazing right now. We're in a very nice uptrend, and we also do have a half decent amount of volume coming in to support this uptrend. I would like to see a tiny bit more volume coming in, but all in all, apart from the somewhat, you know, minuscule volume, it is still half decent. But like I said, I would like to see more volume coming in before I do get, you know, overly crazy on Avalanche. But in the short term, in the next coming days, I think we're going to have a 22% increase. If we did break above the top of this 618 at 111, I think, you know, we've literally got like a 61% increase on our hands. So all in all, I think the risk adjusted returns of buying or dollar cost averaging into Avalanche right now are very nice and in your favor. Obviously that is not financial advice. This is just my own opinion on the market and what I personally am seeing when I look at the chart. And yeah, like I said, pretty much I think we're going to be coming up 20% in the next couple of days. If we do break above that, we can start talking about a big move up to these previous levels. Now normally I would draw like a fib retracement and talk about, you know, as long as we stay above this level, yada yada, we would be bullish. But I think as long as we stay above this trend line, keeping it very simple, as long as we stay above this trend line here, let's mark it green now as we've now broken above it, then we would be bullish. So for example, if we broke back down, came down to like this region here, 78, obviously it depends how quickly it takes to come down as to what price target it would be, but as long as we stay above this trend line, which I think we will, I think we're pretty much going to have a very nice ride up to 111. Once we break 111, all-time high, and then, you know, this is not these aren't price targets for today, these aren't price targets for this month, but once we do break the all-time high, you know, we've got fib retracement targets of 205, 298, 392 and 449. So that is a little bit of hopium for you. Like I said, these are the levels that I'm looking at right now. 111, once we break that, we're going to go up to 146. Once we break that, I think we're going to basically explode to 205 and start setting new all-time highs for Avalanche. So Avalanche looks pretty amazing right now. Out of all the altcoins that I cover, this is holding up very, very nicely. So yeah, that is all I see for Avalanche. If you are holding it, best of luck. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.